Hey. Yes. All right. Yes. It's Wednesday Night Live with Capricorn Tigress of Astrology a Look Inside. And I'm coming with some readings for the end of October. Actually, these readings are for from now to November. Let me put my headsets on. These readings are for now to November, because I'm late. A few weeks ago, I had started, I had did the readings for the signs, I think Libra, I might have started with Scorpio, okay? So we'll start again with Libra. We'll end with Libra. But I went up to Capricorn and then I got sick and then I never finished them. So I'm going to finish them today, okay? That's what we're going to do. I will quickly look at where the planets are. Let me see where the planets are. Let me cut the music up and party for a minute. Hey, all right, yes. And you know what's so funny? I can't say that I always feel like partying. Like I can't say that. But when I come to do the readings, I always have to start with a party. And I don't know what that is. It's like in order for me to do this and give from my soul, I have to be in a happy place. I have to be in a joyful place. And that way I know the reading that I'm giving is coming from a joyful place. I guess you can say I put myself into the vortex, right? Because when I dance, I get right there. So be happy when I party, okay? So I'm looking at where the planets are. And right now, the sun is at 4 degrees of Scorpio. So hello, Scorpio. It is officially Scorpio season. And let's see, what else do we have? And so far, it's the only planet in Scorpio. I just looked to see if anything else was in Scorpio. Mars is at 28 degrees almost, but not quite. So Scorpio is all by itself, and it's the sun. It's shining. And I'm looking here to see. Okay, Saturn. Saturn is making a aspect to the Scorpio sun. And technically now, so is Uranus. Uranus is retrograding. It's at 13 degrees. The sun gets a 10-degree orb. It's in opposition formation with the sun. So the sun opposed Uranus. I mean, it's like the chaos or doing what makes you shine. Like, are you going to do something that's going to fulfill your ego, or are you going to go off into the chaos? And this might be a time when some people may feel that they're right on the precipice of going into chaos. It could be either or. It's really going to be up to you, especially if you're a fixed sign. Fixed signs are Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. I'm particularly concerned about Taurus and Aquarius because we've got Saturn in Aquarius, we've got Jupiter in Aquarius, and we've got Uranus in Taurus, and it's now Scorpio season. So I want people to be aware that there's going to be some squares and oppositions, coming up here, and they're not that good. I just know that. I want people to understand that, okay? Today might not have been a bad day. The moon was in Cancer. It's starting to move out of Cancer now, moving towards going into Leo. And then I think we are going to have a few stressful days. Tomorrow, I think, might be stressful because that moon in Leo is going to form a square formation with the sun in Scorpio. And so some of us might feel that square. Now, the Scorpio sun is actually approaching my personal midheaven, and I'm concerned about that stress coming to my career sector. So find out where Scorpio 4, 5, 6 degrees, because that's where we're going to be over the next few days. And that's where you might feel a little bit of stress tomorrow. And yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, so Mercury is at 17 degrees of Libra, and it's a little bit out of orb of connecting with that Jupiter at 22 degrees of Libra. But you know what? The Jupiter at 22 degrees of Libra is sextile Venus at 21 degrees of Sagittarius. And I like that sextile. I mean, Venus is what I call, the open relationship Venus. It is. And in fact, I don't want to go and check, but I had a conversation on my page on Facebook, and one of my clients had mentioned she was poly, and she is poly with both female and men. And so they're in this relationship, this open relationship, I guess, whatever that is, this poly thing. And that works for them. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know she had Gemini in her chart. I wonder if she had some Sagittarius, if her Venus is in Sagittarius, because that's such a Sagittarius move. They just want to be friends with everyone, even in love. And of course, whenever we're dealing with planets like Libra actually, I had said Libra. No, this sextile is, excuse me. Yeah, it's a sextile. It's with Aquarius. It's Aquarius in Sagittarius. So it's still the brotherly love. It's still being friends with everyone. It's still an open relationship. I don't know why I keep thinking that with the Venus and Saggy, but I just do. Also, Jupiter in Aquarius. I think some Aquariuses are really experiencing a once in 12 year positive experience. A lot of Aquariuses, even when I do the cards for Aquariuses, it always comes out high and positive. So Aquariuses are really flying high right now, especially if you've done the work. Just remember, though, depending on where your degree is, your sun is in Aquarius, you may or may not have hit Saturn on your sun yet. If you do, just realize it's pushing you to work toward what you want. And as long as you're actively working on and going toward what you want, good things, I think, could come to some Aquariuses right now. So let's see. We had Mercury at 17 degrees of Libra, Venus at 21 degrees of Sag, Mars at 28 degrees of Libra. And by the way, Mars is making a square with the moon in Cancer right now at this moment. So maybe I should have not even came live tonight, but hey, it doesn't matter. I've been trying to put myself behind the scenes more instead of just showing my face and just being out here, because I don't know if it's necessary. I don't really show the cards, and I don't know if you really need to see my face. And I have to be honest with you, perhaps some of what I'm going through with like not wanting to be seen has a lot to do with the fact that Saturn is at 7 degrees of Aquarius, which means it's sitting right between my Mercury and my own natal Saturn. So I'm having a Saturn return, and it's, Saturn's been on my Mercury. So the urge to not talk, the urge to hide, the urge to get behind the camera and stay there has been great. Very much so. Getting dressed and coming here has been something, just so that you know. And that's what Saturn in the first house does. Now, luckily, it's something that only happens every 28 years. Thank goodness. Because it would be really overwhelming if it was something, I have Saturn there in the first place, so it's always been difficult, but it's been weird and slow, and like moving through molasses and sleeping a lot, and I can't explain it. And if anyone else out there is going through a Saturn return, please share with me your experiences with your Saturn return. If you've been going through a similar situation or you feel like you've been slow or sluggish or sleeping a lot. I think a lot of people have been going through that over the month, but I really wonder if it's going to perk up now because the sun is square Saturn. The sun is square Saturn right now. Yeah, sun is square Saturn. So, these are fixed planets. So Saturn's not going to budge, and the sun thinks it's shining. It's not going to want to budge. But I will tell you, with that square, I would be good. Listen, this is not the time to test Saturn, Father Time. Father of responsibility and hard tasks, the taskmaster. So go with the flow. Okay. Uranus is at 13 degrees of Taurus. We mentioned that earlier as well, because as I mentioned, the sun and Uranus are moving toward an opposition with each other. That's two fixed planets, Scorpio and Taurus, in a battle for supremacy. That's like, I'm stubborn, no, I'm quiet. I'm stubborn, no, I'm not talking. That's a battle, okay? Neptune at 20 degrees of Pisces, squaring Venus right now, which is at 21 degrees of Sagittarius. So that is a ugly square. Venus squaring Neptune. You know, I'm wondering if that's coming out and some people feeling like they've been lied to, duped, deluded. They're in a delusion, deception, illusion. Someone's not been honest, not telling the truth, hiding something to do with maybe affection, love. We're talking a square with Venus, but Pisces is that is like fooling yourself, not seeing the big picture. Whatever it is, you cannot see it for whatever reason, and how frustrating that has to be. How frustrating, especially when it's Venus. You know, maybe there is love around for you, but you can't see it, maybe. Or the love might feel like it's bringing stress toward your life. It could just be sexual tension, child. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's move on to Pluto, 24 degrees of Capricorn. And that is technically square the moon right now. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure I should have come live right now, but it was Wednesday and it was already 8:30, so it was time to do it. But Pluto opposing the moon. I think for myself, the way it played out is it gave me the impetus to come and do this show. I could have just kept sleeping because that's what I was doing most of the day with the moon opposing my sun in Capricorn. But I think when it made that square to Pluto, which was just a few hours ago, I got up, start putting on my clothes and makeup and getting ready to come out here and do this. And that's what that opposition might have done. It could have spurred some Capricorns into action. Okay. North Node at 2 degrees of Gemini. That is technically not making any major aspects, but it is in conjunct with the sun. A quincunx with the sun right now. That's creativity. I'm wondering if there's something you can learn or implement that will bring more creativity into what you're doing. So look at that as an option. Chiron at 9 degrees of Aries. And that is sextile Saturn. I like that sextile. Oh, that's nice. That's working out the pains, the hurts, the things that might not be working. I know I want to work out or work through what is not working for me. And Chiron makes us do that. Now, this just happens to be on my progressed descendant, so I'm upset. It's probably making me come and deal with being present and being visible and being here. And that's what I've done. I showed up here tonight. So that's how that works out, okay? So you guys, this has been Where the Planets Are. I wanted to get them out of the way. It's been a while since I've done Where the Planets Are, and we got some major changes coming up soon. So I really wanted to make sure I got that in, okay? I think there was something major happening even today. Let me check on that. Hold on. Let me see if I got that. I have to stop the party. Hey. Just seeing where the planets are right now, you guys. Mars enters Scorpio on the 30th. That's great. Okay. And the new moon is on the 4th. So that's coming up on the 4th. So we're coming up on the new moon. Thank goodness, because I feel like I've gained a little weight. Oh my gosh, and on the 5th, Venus goes into Capricorn. I'm so excited. And Mercury enters Scorpio. So here comes the Scorpio planets, starting as of the 30th. And I'm so excited about the Scorpio and Capricorn planets, because we're going to be shifting out of that air and shifting more into the water and earth planets. So that's beautiful. Anyway, this has been Where the Planets Are with Capricorn Tigress of Astrology Look Inside. Okay, so we're going to be doing some tarot readings, but let me dance for a minute. Hold on. Hey. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. See what messages I get here. And then we'll see. We're going to start with the sign of Aquarius. Just pulling a few cards. Whatever pops out. Okay. Just going quickly here. Like I said, I'm here by myself because I have vampire hours, it seems. Everybody else is asleep. I'm up here doing things in the middle of the night. That's just the way I roll. I don't know what that is. Hold on, you guys. I'm so hot. Ugh. Ooh. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do this. So I pulled 5 cards for the sign of Aquarius. 5 cards. First card was the Chariot. The Chariot. And Aquarius, that's a sign of victory coming in. That's you moving toward your victory. I really believe that some Aquariuses are moving toward their victory. I have said this probably in my last 10 readings for Aquarius, and I'm going to stick with that. Okay, I'm going to put my ears set back on so I can hear myself. I want to make sure I can be heard. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So, as I mentioned, you have the Chariot. Right next to the Chariot was the Death and Rebirth card. So, I think that some Aquariuses may be ending something. Some Aquariuses might be dealing with Scorpio. That could be it, because there's a Page of Cups right after the Death and Rebirth card. So, that could be a Scorpio you're dealing with, maybe getting an offer from a Scorpio, maybe having some romantic tension, sexual attraction with a Scorpio. I think if that is what it is, whether it's a Cancer or a Scorpio, I would say that could be successful for some Aquariuses. But there's the Tower. So this is more, I'm not sure, because, that's also Scorpio, but I don't know if I like that. I think that the way this looks at to me is that some Aquariuses are experiencing victory. I think no matter what, but I think the victory is going to come when something ends. So something is ending that I think that might lead to your victory at the end of it all. What's the 7 of Wands? So I think it's about having integrity. It's about having fortitude. It's about finding that strength within yourself so that whatever is going on outside of you doesn't shake you and move you from your position of superiority. On the bottom of the deck, how I love this, the Magician. So this tells me you've got all the tools you need, all the tools that it's going to take for you to be successful in whatever it is you're doing. If it's love, then it's love. Because this is a romance reading, basically. So I sense that you could have this victory in romance, even if something falls apart in order for it to happen. Just know that, because sometimes when things are in the midst of falling apart, it can be so devastating because first of all, we don't know why it's falling apart. And then if it's someone that we love and we want to be with, we don't want that to fall apart. And so it can be really devastating. So just wanted to give you that bit of information. Okay, so let's see what the romance cards want to tell you. Let's see here. Okay. See if I can get a specific. I'm going to get 5 specific cards here as well. Oh, there we go. There's something here. Okay, these flipped up, but they didn't flip over. So I'm just going to go with these here. The first card you got was wedding. This situation involves marriage, whatever this is. This involves marriage. Wedding. It's the wedding card. So let me move this back a little bit. So it's off my face a little. So there we go. So you can see my face. Okay, so wedding. After wedding is the flirt card. Extend your lighthearted energy toward others. And then we got the romantic feelings card. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then we got the true love card. This is the romance of a lifetime. And it ends, Aquarius, on honeymoon. This is enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I love this. This is really romantic, Aquarius. I mean, wedding, flirt, romantic feelings, true love, honeymoon. Maybe some Aquariuses are establishing a new firm relationship. And on the bottom was passion. So this is a real passionate, romantic potential relationship here. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's see what someone asked. What is this? These are love and romance readings. I'm doing love and romance readings for the signs of Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. We are now moving on to the sign of Pisces, okay? So let's move on to Pisces. See what we're going to tell Pisces out there. We are doing the tarot cards. I had done a little bit of talking about the planets earlier, but now I want to let you know what the tarot card is going to share with you. And I tell you what, I'll keep you guys busy. I made these especially to share with you while I was shuffling. So I'm going to put that up there so you can see that. While I'm shuffling for the sign of Pisces. See what the cards want to share with the sign of Pisces. Pisces. Let's see what we've got to share with Pisces. See what is coming up for the sign of Pisces. Let's see, I need one more card for Pisces. One more. Oh, that almost popped out, but it didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, Pisces. All right. The first card you got, Pisces, which I really love, was the Six of Cups. Oh, let me put myself back on. Give me a second. There we go. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. And I love this card. It's one of these cards where you're kind of looking back, you're reflecting. Also, it's like feeling that emotional connection. Maybe even emotional connection from the past, but that emotional connection, what you love. Here they show their dog and like kind of thinking how the dog grew up from a child, from a puppy, and now it's an older dog, that kind of situation. Also, the Page of Pentacles. And this is really the Page of Pentacles. This is you getting in information or communicating information about finances, about money, about your material gain. Maybe you're waiting for a letter, an email, a phone call about money, something like that. Whatever it is, next is the King of Wands. And this is about bringing in that fire and being a leader, because the King of Wands is a leadership king. So it's about being a leader. Next is the Nine of Pentacles. And I love this. Even when you see this card, she's reaching for her success. She's reaching for her material wealth. And I sense that some Pisces are reaching for their material wealth. It ends on the wheel. So that tells me I believe that you have the potential to get there. It's like, I don't want to say it's like Russian roulette, or it's more like having a lotto card, like a get out of jail free card. I think some Pisces may win. Oh, yes. On the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. Pisces, there you are. I really think some Pisces are going to win. I think if you just stay out of your head, stop thinking about the past, the Six of Cups, and really concentrate on what you want to achieve now, what you want now in this lifetime, then you're going to be able to get it. Let me pull out a couple of romance cards for you. We'll see what they want to tell Pisces. Let's see what the romance oracle cards want to share. Just going to pull 5 cards, see how they resonate with the sign of Pisces. Okay, let's see what we've got here for Pisces. Pisces, let's see. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, Pisces. Let's see. Just a few more. Pisces. Oh, there we go. Okay. And there we go. So we've got here, Pisces, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, Pisces. I don't know what some Pisces are doing, but they're in the middle of a romance of a lifetime, which is beautiful. There might be a separation, though, because here's the separation card. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So let your friends help you. Ask for help and accept support from others. And free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Maybe that's what this is about. Because I sense there's chemistry here. I mean, there's a strong magnetic attraction, whatever it is. So stay positive about your love life, Pisces. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So stay positive. All right, Pisces, that's my advice for you. So let's move on to the next sign. And that is the sign of Aries. And I'm going to give you guys something to look at while I do that. I've got my little Halloween things you can look at while I do Aries. Let's pull these cards for Aries. Oh. Let's do one more shuffle here. Get another shuffle here. Let's see for Aries. Okay, let's see. Divine Spirit, show me clearly the special message for the sign of Aries. The sign of Aries. Show me clearly what we're going to be sharing with the sign of Aries. Wow, the first card, the Fool, Aries. Such an Aries card. Amazing. I love it. So let's see what we're sharing with the sign of Aries. Give me one more card at least for Aries. And, I just realized, let me stop by and look at what's going on YouTube, because I know that normally I can see when I have comments, but whenever I'm doing YouTube, I can't see the YouTube comments. So I just put that on just in case anyone has any questions over at YouTube. Okay, so let me tell you what I pulled up for the sign of Aries. As I mentioned, the very first card I got for the sign of Aries was the Fool. And this is an Aries card. This is your card, Aries. So this is really telling me, Aries, whatever goes on, be yourself, okay? Let yourself just be you and go for what you want. Don't hold back now. Maybe you're in the midst of trying to discover something, make a decision about something. Here's the Seven of Swords. And that is really about looking for, making choices. I think you've got choices here, Aries, whatever it is. Here's a Five of Swords, though. And, the Five of Swords is, in this case, it literally is a bird picking at his head. The swords is the mind. And I think sometimes our mind, well, we can think good or bad. Five of Swords tends toward bad thinking. So that could be what that is about. Not thinking in a positive way. But here's the Knight of Cups. And I love this because we're doing a romance reading. So some Aries, either it's you or you're getting in an offer maybe from maybe a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or just an offer that you can't refuse. It could be for love. It could be for a job. Oh my gosh, Aries. Because at the end of it all, you win, Aries. You got the Sun. You win. It's the most positive card in the tarot deck. I love it whenever that card comes up. So you win, Aries. And on the bottom of the deck, though, was the Hermit. So I think that some Aries are, they're really kind of getting into themselves, maybe doing some spiritual work, some inner work, working on you. And I think you might be coming out of that because we just came through Libra season, and I can see where some Aries might have started working on themselves because of that, right? So let's see what the romance oracle cards want to tell Aries. What is the romance message for Aries? Let's see what that is, okay? So let's see. I'm going to pull 5 cards, see if we get that message that it wants to share with the sign of Aries. You know, it's so weird that was the first card because that was a vibe I was getting for Aries. And it's all about that. I tell you, oh, wow. You know, one of the cards went into my bag. I'm not going to take it because it came out sideways and I don't think I should take it. Okay, let me see. I need 2 more cards. And here they are. So here is what I've got for you, Aries. First card, passion. Passion. Allow your heart and your soul to sing with joy. Passion. It's all about having that passion anyway. Going for what you want, Aries. That's what that Fool was in the beginning. Going for what you want. Reconciliation. Is this about a past relationship you've been in, Aries? Someone from your past is returning to your life. So maybe that's what that passion is. Also, it's the next